Hello everyone and welcome back to Starkey Farmstead on this rainy, misty day. So I can't get out in the yard, so I'm handling some business in my home. But I have compiled a video I think you will find very, very interesting. Now here's the thing. You're not going to be able to not watch the whole video. You will definitely miss the points. It is a compiled evidence from other YouTubers that have been working on this, as well as myself. You're going to see real-time video at the time I made the video of the disturbances going on from the observatory on top of Maui on the Haleakala mountain up there. And you're going to see how we drove up that mountain to go look at it. Now, I compiled my evidence along with others, so enjoy the video. Sit down with a warm cup of coffee or some hot cocoa, whatever's your thing. Kick your shoes off, enjoy it. I don't know what your weather's like, but God, we needed this rain really, really badly. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have not seen how we spent the money for our second Maui mission trip, please go check out that video and consider becoming a member to support us so that we can continue to make truthful content. Here's the thing. If I touch a sore spot with YouTube, they demonetize my videos. If I touch a sore spot with subscribers, they unsubscribe. But the point is, I'm going to continue to put out videos where evidence is found, which means sometimes my stance on things will change as evidence becomes clear. Do I know what caused the fires in Maui? I don't. 50% of the people I spoke to said accident, forest fire. The other 50% said DEW. What I can tell you is I believe that on top of Haleakala, that is a DEW weapon. It's not just a satellite. So enjoy the evidence that we and other people have collected. Like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to put out new videos. God bless you. Thank you for being here at Starkey Farmstead.
One signature that kept coming up repeatedly. This was the signature of a very high-powered laser. And as some of you may have guessed, it was a laser used as a weapon. It's very apparent to me in the side-by-side comparison that the signatures both look identical. The laser signature on the right, the DBZ on the left. So who's up there? Who's up on Haleakala? What are they doing? Ironically, this turned out to be the Air Force Research Laboratory located on the top of Haleakala on the island of Maui. Funded by the U.S. military, it's operated by the RAND Corporation, with its primary purpose to facilitate and house the world's fastest computer. Along with laser weapons, their goal is simple: to run off of this computer the world's first smart city, as well as building high-powered weapons. When visiting the AFRO website, it will be evident that they are not trying to hide the fact that they are building and using these laser weapons up there. So now let's take a closer look at the second location of the other anomaly seen over Haleakala. I think what you'll find up there is quite fascinating. The following was taken from the Air Force Research Laboratory's website. This video taken from their YouTube channel is for the people that don't know about or don't believe that there are direct energy weapons. Although an older video, here's proof as well that the direct energy weapons exist. We move on to a video.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you some footage of when we were at the Haleakala Observatory. Now, you can't go in the observatory, but what you can see is the volcano impression beside it. And you can see over literally to the next mountain and the clouds. Now, just stay through the video because this is very important. The end of the video, you'll see my friend showing the radar coming off of the Haleakala lookout site on Maui and how that radar is affecting weather. So this is not made up stuff. There's definitely something up there. Is it DEW or is it just an observatory? Who knows, because it isn't open to you and I. Great, so we stayed here on Hana and it was really wet. It's very green on that side of the island. Then you have this valley here, the mountain, all that blocks the water from making the rain, making it over the island, which is why the Kihei Lahana side is so dry. That doesn't even look real. Huh? You left the binoculars? Run down and get them.
There's a job coming up here for me.
Look at that. That's the silver swords. The only place they grow naturally in the entire world. Look at the colors of that. And this is the crater. Wow. Richard, food? No food. I ignore you. Everyone. They make little noises. Girl, they're coming right to you. They are coming right to you. Listen to them.
Oh, they said they're not scared of you.
And now, what's this crater called?
What?
Haleakala. That's beautiful, Haleakala. I'll see the sign. What made it? Is it a crater from the... This ranch wall, stacked stone by stone in the late 1800s, represents an investment in the land. Stretching for 2 miles, it guided cattle through the harsh landscape to pasture lands on the east and west of Maui. The ranching era shaped the economy and communities of Maui, which value rugged independence, self-reliance, and sustainability. The Pa'analeo cowboy culture still lives today on the slopes of Haleakala and neighboring ranches and communities. Cattle also had a devastating impact on native vegetation, completely destroying some native forests and dramatically reducing others. The National Park's investment in the land includes over 30 miles of fences to protect and preserve unique species such as the silver sword and subalpine scrublands. Fences exclude cattle, pigs, goat, deer, and other grazers from destroying protected land in the park. Honey? Never seen anything like this in my life. So this is as close as I could get legally to the Haleakala observatories. As you can see, it looks like that might be the main one, but there are several smaller satellites that stick up. So I just really wanted to point that out to you guys. You see the island mountain over there? That's also Maui. So it literally is above the clouds where it has no disturbances. And I just thought it was kind of odd that up here at a volcano site is the observatory where supposedly they're studying the stars. But me, my husband, and other people all really feel like this may be the site of the DEW weapon used against Lahaina. And who knows, you guys? But this is how you find out answers to questions. You just keep asking them and you keep searching. But the best way to do that is boots on the ground. So thank you to everyone that helped Starkey Farmstead get to Maui and go to places like this and look and just see for ourselves what is going on, because that is a multi-billion-dollar facility over there. Now they have a little lookout center on this side, but as you can see, it was closed to go inside of it. You had to stay on the outside. It didn't have near the amount of visitors that they normally have, but the elevation is 10,023 feet above sea level here.
We're going to watch for in the next few days. Topping it all off, get this, Hawaii has started to swarm. Big swarm out in Hawaii. Look at the stack of earthquakes there. They're going down and around the Big Island's main player, which is Kilauea, but there's also a line of quakes going from Mauna Loa down to Pu'u'o'o. And I noticed that the professionals held an emergency update meeting on Kilauea today. Was it this morning? I didn't catch what they said. I just caught that they were having it. Now, the weird thing that's going on here, I made a post on this. This is the weird part that's going on. I make a post on a meeting or whatever, but here we are. Sulfur deposits are showing up around this lava flow inside of the crater. Bright yellow sulfur deposits. You can get a much better view of it over on Doing Hawaii or Two Pineapples live streams. And I just want to remind everybody that the last time we saw the sulfur deposits like this, big yellow deposits where the smoke is coming up and gases are coming out, that sulfur buildup preceded a large blast the last time we saw this. Now, the last time it was happening on the edge of the crater, and they were doing drone flyovers showing the collapsing crater at Kilauea. This is a few years ago. And when they did the live flyover, it was a live flyover, I think, or maybe it was recorded. Either way, they did a drone flyover, and they uploaded the video to the USGS and Hawaii Volcanoes page. And you could see on the edge of the crater where the smoke was coming out, these big deposits of yellow building up. I made a video about it and said, hey, look, sulfur dioxide buildup. All these people showed up out of nowhere saying that the SO2 meters weren't showing anything, and I was exaggerating, and I needed to delete my video, telling me to take down my video. It's a very odd response to me showing the sulfur. Then they stopped doing the flyovers as of the next day. They'd been doing them religiously. I put out the video showing the sulfur and the flyover. Next thing you know, flyovers stopped, literally the next day. They didn't announce why, they just stopped. All these people came over denying it, saying it didn't mean anything. And then within a couple weeks, boom, or maybe it was 3 weeks, 4 weeks at the most, 2 to 4 weeks, boom, huge blast at Kilauea. And the sulfur buildup on the edge of the crater was due to gases building up down below, just basic stuff. But then you have to ask yourself, why weren't the SO2 meters showing anything when there's a huge deposit of sulfur building up on the side from the gases coming out, right? So
Literally, the watcher on the watchtower that's mentioned in the Bible, I feel like that you were that person right now, because my God, just looking, do you see the beam that just moved?
Yeah, and there's also a beam.
It's like tracking.
Well, that's what radar does. It shoots a beam out. Generally, the principle of radar is it shoots a beam out, it takes a reading, and it comes back. And that's all it does. But these little beamers right here, they are actually creating the wind. And I know that because I've watched the process over that past 5 years and how they would get the directions to change. And these are powerful beams. And these are not regular radar beams. For one, they shoot way over this island, right? I mean, radar,
golly, that's a long way. That's thousands of miles.
Yeah. Radar reaches out like this is the radar right here. Regular radar goes about there. This radar is on steroids. And
yeah.
Do you see this one shooting up here? Let me go down a little bit. There's one coming up here.
I just saw it.
And so what they're doing is they're taking the air and doing this with it. Can you see how that, if you look at each, because this one shoots here, those shoot there, and then down here, we even have one coming out right here.
Yep, I just saw it.
Yeah, so there's, it is a little windy, but to me, that's what they're doing, is creating a wind like this.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see that. I don't know what that light blue is above where it says Honolulu, but you can see whatever it is moving out like like you see how it's just kind of rotating.
Yeah, see, these are actually clouds and rain. The green means that there is rain in it. If you look at this down here, this tells you the temperature of things, or the moisture too. Like this is super dry, so you don't see any of those. And this is very, very moist through here, and then this is more humidity, if anything. But a lot of it's in this zone right here, and the green is wet. So, and then this is just regular air here, moist air that they're stimulating in that area. You have to look at your, what do you call these? Legend.
Yeah, like keys to a map.
Yeah, but they call that a legend on a map, I believe.
Yeah, legend, yeah.
Yeah, so these beams are shooting way far out. So this is still happening, and it's still happening over you too. I checked this morning and looked at your space. Yours is still on as well. And that just shouldn't be. So I don't know. I don't want to report on it, though.
So you tell me, was it a DEW weapon that started the fires in Kula and Lahaina? Or was it a forest fire? You guys decide, because I'm telling y'all, there's evidence leaning both ways. And I don't want to jump the gun on this one. I honestly don't know. Like I said, the split for the people on Maui is 50-50. But drop your comment below. Everybody's opinion is welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe.